Have you ever struggled with playing a role realistically, whether it be on camera or on stage, or even a voiceover? There are 7 things that you can do to curtail this, to solve this problem, this dilemma. I'm about to give them to you, so stay tuned. Number 7, act like no one is watching you. Now, by nature, actors and performers alike are self-conscious. Why? Because we put our heart out there, okay? For auditions, for rehearsals, for the opening night, for the final cut. Our emotions are out there on a plate for all to see and all to feed on, okay? So how are you supposed to act like no one is watching you? Imagination. Imagination. Picture this. You are there and you are serving a character. You're not playing a character. You're serving a character. You are enveloping, you are embodying a character for their emotions. You are telling a story about someone else. It's not about you. It's not about you. Auditions are not about you. I know, wrap your head around that one. But in order to act like no one is watching you, you have to be totally dedicated to serving your character, whether you know them or not. If you allow yourself to get lost in your acting, you will achieve an authentic delivery. It takes time. It takes practice. Practice at home. Before you even go to an audition, your next audition, practice at home like no one is watching you. Do it in front of your family or friends, people that support you, okay? And focus only on the character. And then ask for critiques. Yes, be brave enough to ask for critiques, because if you get them from your friends and family, it will build up more confidence. And then you'll be able to focus more on your other self, who is the character. Number 6, relax. That's right, that's what I said, relax. Being tense and being worried and like this, okay, it's going to mess you up. The best actor is the relaxed actor. You need to breathe out and breathe in, not like, okay? You need to do this, watch. Just like that. About 5 to 10 times. Don't pass out, okay? But breathe in and out. Because modern acting, modern auditions, okay, they don't require adherence to the script. And I pause like that because, yes, words are very important. Get the essence, like in a cold read, for example. Get the essence of the character. Nail down what they're feeling. Anxious, happy, sad, anxiety-filled, depressed. Nail that down. And if you miss a line, don't say you're sorry, because that just tenses you up again. You're apologizing when you don't have to. They understand about relaxation. They understand that it's hard to relax at an audition. But practice your breathing, and remember, act like no one else is watching you. Number 5, allow yourself to feel the emotions. Now, I've heard this before, and I'm sure you have too. You have to get lost in the character. No. You have to find yourself in the character, because characters have emotions just like you do. They are imperfect, and they have quicks and quabbles and problems and strange quirks and everything else. That same thing like you. We're complicated as human beings, and characters are no different. Allow yourself to embody the character. In other words, interpret the movements through your emotions, through the emotions that they're feeling. Have empathy or sympathy as much as possible with their current situation, with their current circumstance. Remember I said relax? And how do you relax? How do you allow yourself to feel the emotions? By pretending no one is watching you. Number 4, become a blank canvas. Now, most people don't understand, most actors don't understand exactly what that means. You're only going to achieve a real performance once you relax, once you pretend no one is watching. That way you can embrace the emotions. And also, here's the key. Get this, okay? Get this. You will only be truthful in your responses if you do not know what your partner will say next. That's staying in the moment, right? Okay, of course the actor's going to know what the next line is, okay? However, you're serving a character, and the character doesn't know what's going to happen next, doesn't know how to respond until it happens. So be open. Be open. Don't be judgmental. Don't judge your character. Play it authentically. Play it realistically as if no one is watching. Be sure that you live in the moment as you act, because being in the moment is what's happening to you right now as far as the character is concerned. Number 3, exercise. Now, I know what you might be thinking. David, I exercise every day. I go to the gym 3 times a week. I work out on the treadmill. That's good. Keep doing it. That's not what I'm talking about. But keep your body primed and strong, okay? That way it can serve you and serve the character. What I'm talking about is exercise in the way of performance. You're only going to pull a realistic performance if you exercise thoroughly before the performance or the audition. What do I mean by that? It sounds a little confusing, right? Okay, let me explain. You call your friends or family on the phone and you interject lines from the script, okay, from the scene. You use a prop such as a phone, chair, whatever you're going to use at the audition, instead of just thinking about it. Because I tell you what, Einstein says we are all geniuses in our mind. It's true. It's true. You see yourself as this great actor, and you are. But just to see yourself and think about it does absolutely nothing, because acting is movement. So you have to exercise what you would be doing or performing in the scene that you're going to be doing tomorrow for your audition or in the rehearsal. This is preparation. Success is when preparation meets opportunity. Number 2, human psychology. Now, if you're not a psychologist, that's okay, because actors are kind of natural psychologists by trade, aren't we? We have to involve ourselves in someone else's human behavior, not just our own character, but the people that we play on the set or on the stage, right? You can take a class if you want, and I highly recommend it, because you'll only understand yourself more, therefore you can understand characters more. Picture this. I've recently accepted a role to play a sociopath. Now, I did once. I played a sociopath on stage. Thankfully, I could draw my experience from the movie, okay? So how do you play? How do you get into the skin of a character if you've never been that, okay? By the way, I have a hard time killing spiders. Oh. I had to study psychology. Now, everyone has psychology, beliefs, habits, rituals, things like that, that motivate them, that move them. So in addition to watching the movie, I really dug deep into the script. The script is the life of the character. It's sort of like the blood in your veins, same idea. So if you want to develop a psychology for the character, once again, it's mingling yourself with the character and coming together, watching their behavior, moving like you imagine that they would move, dressing like they would dress. Every nuance of a character, the closer and more authentic you want to get to a character, because then you can play them realistically. And number 1, using your real-life experiences. Now, sometimes you will want to use your real-life experiences, and other times you will not. Why is that? Have you ever had a tragedy? Have you ever had something in your life that happened that you have healed from, but you really don't want to go back there, especially act it out again through another character? Sometimes that can be psychologically damaging. So what do? And yes, drawing from your personal experience can deliver an authentic, realistic performance. However, you're an actor, and at the end of the day, you look in the mirror and there you are. Actors are people too. So what do? Well, there's 2 types of acting techniques. Number 1 is emotional recall, which is acting off of your real-life experiences. It's commonly called the method, and there's a particular way of addressing this and approaching this technique, which I can help you with. The other technique is sense memory. You use your 5 senses in order to play the character authentically and realistically. Sometimes it's easier. Sometimes it's easier to go to your sense memory in order to play out a character. I'll give you one example right now. One of the strongest sense memories that we have that takes up most of our physical brain is our sense of smell. So, picture this. I'm smelling a skunk right now. Can you smell it with me? It's putrid, isn't it? Some people, believe it or not, they like it. I don't understand that. But, smell that skunk? Okay, now I'm going to say this. I love you. I love you. Did you believe me? I don't think so. Now I'm going to smell vanilla. I love vanilla. The flavor, everything about vanilla I love. So, I love you. I love you. You see the difference? Okay? And there's more involved than that. There's the other 4 senses, of course. You can go deep into this. You can go so deep into emotional recall or sense memory. You can use both. It depends on what you want. So, if you need an acting coach, 𝐷avidThompsonCoaching.co, 𝐷avidThompsonCoaching.co. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you so much for watching me and watching this video. And stay tuned for the next one. Enjoy your day.